Hi, thanks for tuning in to watch the video. I haven't posted on my channel for quite some time. I hope the sound's okay because my microphone broke yesterday, so I'm re-recording this, which I thought was better than doing a voiceover. This video is actually about my everyday EDC that I carry around with me. I don't use all of it all of the time, but I do use some of it every day. And I hope you find it interesting, so let's get going. The first thing I carry in my left-hand trouser pocket is my, what is this? It's actually a Flintronic AAA battery torch, and it has a button on the back which switches it on and off, and a little clip, so it neatly fits in my pocket, and I don't even notice it's there. Whatever I'm doing in the day, getting in and out of the car, doesn't really matter. It's got a pretty good beam on it, which certainly lights up more than I ever need to light up. Does the job very well. Now, there are times when I switch it on and sometimes the light doesn't always light up. I give the torch a bit of a shake and it suddenly comes to life. I don't know whether that's a torch thing or whether it's a battery thing. I have had more expensive torches that I've paid £20+ for, and they've done the same thing. So I don't know, but these were off of Amazon. I got a pack of 2 for like £6. It's great value. I think so, and it's a metal case. It's not plastic. I'm pretty sure it's not plastic. Now that should pack up on me when I do need it. Also in the same pocket, I carry these 2 key rings with this stuff on it. So there's, first of all, there is my backup torch, which is the Olight IR2. It's very, very tiny, and it has a twist to turn it on and turn it off, and it has 2 brightness settings. Yeah, so 2 brightness settings there, and if you untwist it completely, you've also got a micro USB port for charging up. So I always keep it in the almost on position in my pocket. To my knowledge, it's never ever come on by itself. I just get it to turn on. The first thing I just back a little bit, there we are, it's off, and that just sits there. So that's my backup torch if the Flintronic suddenly dies on me for any reason at all. This is the Victorinox Mini Champ pocket knife multi-tool thing. It's got some scissors on it. It's got a blade on it, which is about, I don't know, it's very, very short. That takes care of most, in fact, everything I need to do on a day-to-day basis. And then I have my radar key, which gives me access to accessible loos, which is quite very, very useful. So that's the left-hand pocket. The right-hand pocket contains 2 things, and one of them is my Swiss card, which is this. It's a Victorinox Swiss card, which I've got elastic band around, and it's got some notes on here. And I tuck the odd receipt I need to keep. I tend to tuck them in and deal with them later. There's an emergency whistle I've got on there as well, and the Swiss card used to come with a little knife, which I've taken out because it got so worn it broke. There's a little pen in here, and there's a pen on there, little pressurized ballpoint pen which works. I use occasionally. Toothpick, which I use as a toothpick. And then the tweezers and little nail file, and of course right at the end there is a pin in there as well. That's about it. The yellow stuff here is actually post-it notes. I do keep some blank post-it notes because on occasion I need to leave someone a note and I can't send them a text for whatever reason. These things do come up. Maybe you're going to pick something up from someone's place or something like that, and you haven't got their number, or you can't get hold of them, you've got no signal, you can't send something. I can leave a post-it note on their door, and that's worked quite well in the past. So that's that. This is my wallet. It's actually a chum's wallet. I was carrying a brown leather wallet, but that broke, and I was about to buy a new one when I remembered this was actually in the drawer. So it's got two zipped compartments, plus it's got this sleeve on the outside. And in the sleeve on the outside, all I carry in there is I've got my main bank card in here. I've also got this notepad I made from a cereal box, and that just contains a few quick reference important details that I might need. Things like my car registration number if I'm actually having to buy a part somewhere, and a list of emergency numbers, that kind of stuff. You know, it's just instant reference, something that's always there. It's very, very useful and very, very handy. And on top of that, I've also got another piece of card I cut from a tea box, and that contains 2 or 3 blank, I think there's 2 left there. Yeah, 2 left blank post-it notes. So I can, again, write a post-it note and leave it for somebody if I need to. I find that comes in very handy. And that just goes in there. And then on the zip compartment inside of that first zip compartment from there, I have got this tiny little pen. It's a twist to open it up, and that works quite well. Also in that compartment, as you can see, there's some other bits and pieces, and there's a half a nail file in there. There's a striker with some Gorilla Tape over the metal end of it, and the reason for that is just to stop it from aggravating the inside of the wallet. I've got a card I've made up inside of that, and that has the mobile phone SIM card removal tool, a safety pin, another clip, and also a tiny ferrocerium rod, which this striker works with. I've lit quite a few fires from this little ferrocerium rod. I know it works quite well, and it works for me, and it's just when I do go camping or something or whatever, it's unlikely that I'm going to forget the main fire kit, but it is always there if I need it. I wear a hairband because I've got long hair, and I carry a couple of hairbands, of elastic band, there's a bit of jute twine here as well, which makes a good fire extender. And in addition to that, right in the bottom of this little thing here is a spare AAA battery for my Flintronic torch. So that always lives in there. And there is also some cotton wool right on the bottom of here, which I know through practice that I can successfully light with the ferro rod. And yep, I know it's probably easier to carry a lighter. There is a lighter in my daily backpack, but I do find that I rarely ever use a lighter because I don't smoke, and I rarely ever use this ferro rod, but it is just there in case it's ever required. So I'll put all that back and then get into the other side. Now on this side here, in this compartment, there is, in the front bit, I've got a Fresnel lens there and some other bank cards, and I always carry a bit of cash, so there's 20 quid there, just in case, rather handy. And there's a little divider inside of here, so in there, if I pull that out, all I've got is a bit of cotton wool again, and a selection of plasters, just in case they're needed, and also a pack of 4 aqua tabs, water purification tabs. I'll put the date on here, 08/2008, when it actually expires. And the idea is that it's probably a 1 in a million thing, but if I should ever be separated from my backpack and I have only got what I've got on me, then all I've got to do is find a container, find a water source, and I can then purify some water. And of course, there's plenty of tin cans in hedges, etc., so they could be used to get some water. In my back pocket, all year round, like the rest of it, I carry a bandana. The bandana can be used to put over some kind of a container for water in a stream to filter out all the big bits, and then I can use a Puritab to purify the water, provided of course I know it's actually 1 litre. That's important, because if you use one of those tabs to actually purify water that's less than 1 litre, then the chemical is going to be too strong. You have to have 1 litre of water. So that's something to bear in mind and work with, and yeah. I suppose if you can find a litre bottle of water, empty litre bottle lying around, it's really useful. Anyway, that's a different subject. The other thing I find this really useful for is when I'm parked in a car park. I could be in a doctor's surgery car park, a hospital car park, and it's summertime and the sun is belting through the window, because often you don't get a choice of where you park in these car parks. You just have to take a space that's available. I can put this in the window and it blocks the sun out. It just gives you instant shade. And I find that to be one of the biggest uses I actually have of my bandana. Obviously you can also use it to soak it and put it around your neck if it's too hot when you're walking. You can pour water over it from your water bottle, that kind of thing. But that's what I carry on a daily basis, and it's there is everything comes into most things get used, when I need them. Anyway, I'm waffling on. I'm not used to doing these videos, so thank you for bearing with me. If you're still here watching this, then thank you very much. There is more to come, so stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.